Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna discuss about the insurance that you guys can have on our power plants. Because you see, the power plants is a fire hose, right? So we need to get it insured as soon as possible. This is one of the most important thing in order to get deep dive into it and make further improvement about it. So the first thing that we're gonna have is that the important things about the insurance and the power plant, and the second thing is their prices. The fourth thing is the kind of what kind of power plant you guys have and how much it can generate, the cost per year, per $1 million. And so before jumping get into it, I would like to suggest you guys to make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and also share with your friends. So let's start it, man. The Price-Anderson Act became law on September 2nd, 1957, to cover liabilities claim of members of the public for insurance injury and the public damage caused by a commercial nuclear power plant accident. The legislation helped encourage private investment in commercial nuclear power plant by replacing a cap or ceiling on the total amount of liability each nuclear plant license faced in the event of an accident. Over time, the limit of a liability for a nuclear accident has increased the insurance pool to more than $13 billion. Currently, the owners of nuclear power plants pay an annual premium of $450 million in private insurance for off-site liability coverage for each reactor site. This primary or first tier insurance is supplemented by a second tier. In the event a nuclear accident causes damage in the excess of $450 million, each license would be assessed a prorated share of the excess up to $231 million per reactor. With 98 reactors currently in the insurance pool, this secondary tier of the funds contain about $12.9 million. Payout in excess of 15% of these would be assessed in prototype share of the secondary tier of the funds contain about $1,500 million. If the court determines that the public liability may exceed the maximum amount of financial protection available from the primary and the secondary tiers, each license would be assessed a pro data shared of this excess not to exceed 5% of the maximum deferred premium, $131.5 million, approximately $6.5 billion per reactor. If the second tier is depleted, Congress is committed to determine whether additional disaster relief is required. So in this diagram, we can see that the bottom of the pool is 450, and the most of the reactors are $12 million, and also the peakest is the $618 million, and the total price is about 13.5436 million. So the only insurance pool writing nuclear insurance, American Nuclear Insurers, is comprised of property casualty insurance and the reinsurance company. The average annual premium for a single unit reactor site is 219 is approximately $1 million, man. The premium for second or the third reactor at the same site is discounted, reflected a sharing of limits. The average site premium for 2019 is approximately $1.3 million. Claims resulting from nuclear accidents are covered under Price-Anderson. For that reason, all U.S. property and the liability insurance policies exclude nuclear accidents. Claims can include any incident is transporting nuclear fuel to a reactor site, storing nuclear fuel or waste at a site, during operation of a reactor, including the discharge of radioactive effluent, and transporting irradiated nuclear fuel and the nuclear waste from the reactor. And the insurance under Price-Anderson covers bodily injury, sickness, disease, or resulting death, property damage and loss, including reasonable living expense for evacuated Individuals. The Energy Policy Act of 2005 extended of the Price-Anderson Act to December 31st, 2025. So, these are the important things that we should understand. Uh, Going deep down into the nuclear power plants and some of their cool features about their how much they can make, how much they cost, how much their income is per year, how much they can benefit families, what kind of project is it, how to manage it, and also the employees, and so that if anything happen in the reactor, so uh, the people would over there also be suffered. So, and also the second thing is Price Anderson in action. During the accident, the Three Mile Island nuclear power plants in the Middletown, 1979, the Price Anderson Act provided liability insurance to the public. Coverage was available to those in need by the time. Governor recommended the evacuation of the pregnant women and families with young children who lived near to the plant. At the time of accident, private insurance had $140 million of coverage available in the first tier pool. Insurance adjuster advanced money to evacuate families in order to cover their living expenses, requesting that the unused funds to be returned. Recipients sent back several $1,000s. The insurance pools also reimbursed more than 600 individuals and the family for wages lost as a result of the accident. So this is one of the main important factor in getting insurance for the power plant, right? The insurance pools were later used to settle a class action suit for the economic loss filed on the behalf of the residents who live near the Island. The Price Anderson Act covered court fees as well. The last of the legislation surrounding the accident was resolved in 2003. Altogether, the insurance pool paid approximately $71 million in claim and legislation costs associated with the Three Mile Island accident. So, on-site insurance requirement. Although not required by the Price Anderson Act, NRC regulations required license to maintain a minimum of $1.06 billion on-site property insurance at each reactor site. The NRC added this requirement after the Three Mile Islands accidents out of the concern that the license may be unable to cover on-site cleanup costs resulting from a nuclear accident. This insurance is required to cover the license obligation to stabilize and decontaminize the reactor and the site after an accident. Currently, only Nuclear Insurance Limited provided the insurance for the license. So this is what we guys have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.